If you happen to be watching this video directly after the previous Dead Cells video on this channel, what? What do you do? That was 5 years ago. What are you doing? Secondly, this is the Steam version, and it's a completely separate file because, well, just Steam version. I don't know. And then thirdly, you'll notice that there's been quite the number of progress done in this version in comparison to what I previously had back in the day. As you can see, there's a neat little costume here, and also plenty of updates. Hello, Alucard. There was Castlevania DLC Mind. And all these things, as well as, of all things, 3 boss stem cells in comparison to the 1 that I had prior. So we might as well see what goes on with a boss stem cell. I'll show you what that's like in comparison, as well as this being here, and this there, and all the way down here there's these guys doing whatever. And then also, in this room you have, like, boss fights, enemy training, and all of these costumes. There's so many of them. So many that's been unlocked. As well as there being, you know, indie favorites. So there's a few, like, indie game-based costumes, like, you know, Modern Knights Bomber, or Hotline Miami, and Katana Zero, Risk of Rain, all that kind of stuff. It's very interesting, but a little bit too heavy to go into right at the beginning. So, fun thing to know, once you first get to beat 1 boss stem cell, you unlock this upgrade that lets you show off just pretty much 4 different selections of equipment for your run. Which one looks... I mean, this one looks nice, so I'll take this. Explosive crossbow, might as well swap that around very quickly. There's also an assist mode, by the way. Punishment in the backpack. Leg hugger and wing of the crow. Yeah. Wing you out. And start going. Dead Cells hasn't really changed much since the previous video, mind. It's just, you know, it's a whole bunch of different things that were added and changed in comparison. It's good to have the range stuff in the explosive crossbow, and this crossbow hits real good. And we'll say some of the additions to the, like, indie collaboration stuff, so those are interesting. Scroll fragments, by the way, only show up on 3 boss stem cells and 4. You collect 4 of them and it creates a scroll for you. They can scatter about throughout the maps. Ooh, twin daggers. But I don't have anything to substitute that for. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm off the rope. Now, I don't know if this was in the previous version because I never realized it. Maybe I just have to look at the map again. But you can swap displays to show you the pathing of where you can go, which is pretty neat. Scroll all the way up here. And you 3 over here. The interesting thing was, like, I spent so long having only 1 boss stem cell unlocked, and then I decide, hey, I'm gonna try and attempt to beat it this time, like, with extra progress being made towards it and all that stuff. And then suddenly I got 1 and then 2 cleared, so I guess I improved in some aspect. I don't know why I went all the way back here when I could just run all the way back. Maybe it's speed, whatever. Oh, that's because that's here. Fine. There's the blueprint extractor, which I'm not going to take this time. You've already seen what the blueprint extractor is like. Even though there are other things that could make it better. Down this staircase, this is definitely not a thing that was there. This always shows up when you have the Castlevania DLC in. Actually, no, you don't. It always shows up. It's just that you can't access the doorway until you have the DLC installed. That's how it was. God, there's a lead here. Fuck. What am I doing? What's this bloody thing? Funny stuff. Away. Yikes. Come on now. Nice. And then stop that to look at this. Extra jump in midair. Damage projectile reduce. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with that. May as well put stuff into that. I also realized just how low in health I am. 32%. It's crazy. Oh shit. It's just your leg hugger, friend. It's fine. It's just... God. Maybe this will be just a little tiny bit more chill in comparison to the Spite Sword. Nah. You've already seen technically how it's been, even though it was like an old ass video, and now you actually can see what's going on properly. being able to read stuff and all that bullshit. Oh god, I'm out of ammo, that's what it was. I wasn't expecting that, for whatever reason. What? Because yeah, like, I think, if I remember correctly, the previous version of the game, in that previous video, that was, I want to say it's 2.7? That's what it was. It was before Queen of the Sea came out. And I think it might have even been before Fatal Falls, even. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, it was Queen of the Coast, or something like that. And then Return to Castlevania came out afterwards. And then, or in this version, currently the end is near, showcasing that it is in fact the end of most updates to the video game, as they're now currently working on other things. From Another Condemned. I mean, that has the incentivized biome thing. There's Explorer's Instinct. I mean, is there really anything? We didn't actually go to the promenade. We went to the Toxic Sewers last time. We may as well. I was just trying to remember exactly what I was doing. Okay. Actually, what are you? Recycle that. There you go. Easy money. And was there anything else? No. Okay. Another Contend. Let's go. There is other things that show up when you have boss stem cells active, but those come into play in these later floors. Oh, it's one enemy behind. I couldn't even unlock that door. What a shame. Okay. The edgy death outfit. If there's anything else, we might as well. I'll take this. Give it a try. I'll put stuff into whatever that is. Sorry, Wings of the Crow. I'm taking this grappling hook. Ooh. Bit of sauce there. Actually, you can see the progress I have here with all this stuff. And the outfits don't really matter. That's about it for that. Reforge. I mean, they started two. I'll put you on there and run away with it. And all these modifications. I know beforehand I used to do this Igdar Oris Leox thing, but you know, when you unlock it eventually, you have this thing right here, Damned Vigor, yeah, where you can stay alive for a couple seconds to try and save yourself, but it's still kind of risky, because if you save yourself with the 1 health, and then you take damage again, it doesn't let you save yourself a second time, so work carefully with that. Now I think I need to deal with Armadillo Pack, because I slept quite a lot on Armadillo Pack. It's very good to have that on hand. Being able to roll around and parry shit whenever you need it. Have a good sign beams into the yard. Stuff in here. It's like this area here where you need to actually pick up some keys throughout the area. And then you can unlock all the way over to here with the Nile. I don't need to bring you out. I want to show you where the keys are. You gotta find that yourself, idiot, moron, stupid eating. Just being silly and stupid about it. Okay. There's your parry activating, though you gotta wait a few seconds before the parry activates again. Shit. Well, you could just do whatever if you have the shield on your offhand anyway. You just gotta learn. Learn you some shit. Oh shit. Okay. All this bashing. Okay. Well, that arrow wasn't gonna do anything. Give him a grab. Oh, that's actually a quick recharge. Oh god. I wasn't expecting that. And here we are. Slam. Very nice. Oh, and you're hiding there too, are you? Okay. Jeez. That's south. Might as well slam down on the elevator. There's an achievement for ending up knocking yourself out via the elevator, but I don't know why I haven't got that yet. Oh god! But alas, the assist mode brings in. You can choose as many lives as you like. 1, 3, 7. Yeah, it's like 0, 1, 3, 7, or infinite. if you so desire, as well as a bunch of other factors. But the good thing about Assist mode is that it completely allows you to still get achievements, no matter what. It's just that the little guy at the beginning of the run that was tucked away through the rollable wall next to where the outfits, potatoes are, that one won't allow you to unlock the new boss stem cells and stuff like that because they're like full-on run modifiers, whereas Assist mode is aiming to give accessibility to the player and allow them to succeed in their own way. If the game is too hard, just bloody deal with it. God. Why haven't I been using that? Probably because of the actual modification of Boss Stem Cell 3, making it so that there's not really any health flasks at all. You only get health flasks after the first 2 bosses. That's all you got. Though there are alternatives to getting more flasks for your flask charges. That's the word you're looking for. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Maybe I should start putting stuff into you as well. I don't know. Oh, big make it. Shit. That was handy to have, even though I already used stuff up. That's the thing I forget about mostly when it comes to Dead Cells. I need to be a little bit better about that. Is that you can still find health during your run with those health kits that show up. But I always end up resorting to the flask anyway. Ooh, didn't I have that beforehand? Maybe. Though we're at the 800s in terms of the damage, or at least crits. So I don't think I need that quite right now. Yeah, that's enough for crits though. Wow. Oh shit. I didn't realize my hook did the poison damage. Shit! What the hell is happening? That was a backward throw, I didn't realize that either. I mean, I can always just have a look in the pause menu at what my shit looks like. But where's the fun in that? Just slam out like that. Because once you do beat your run for the first time and unlock boss stem cells, you unlock access to a rune, the homunculus rune. And you can just slam yourself out like that in order to deal with enemies, stun them in place for a little bit, and do a bit of damage over time. It's a neat little thing that I keep forgetting about, but it can be handy for some boss fights. I say some with all the meaning in that word. Because not all of them are going to allow you to do that. Some of them are just too big. I've also come to realize that in technicality there is a better way for me to potentially consider Dead Cells for a gauntlet in the future if needs arise, and I could probably do the boss rush mode, because I think that's only 5 bosses you gotta beat in a row with stopping points in between. I believe that's the whole case of it, and I'm sure there's more to it than that, because whatever, but there's like 3 different parts to it, and you get 3 different things from beating those boss rushes, which I still need to do. But I guess the whole precedent thing would be a factor. Well, hey Joshua, you've beaten the bosses in normal runs. Couldn't that count as precedent? I mean, maybe. But at the same time, I did try one after I got to the boss fight before the final boss of Queen of the Sea, which I didn't beat. And it just put me into a fight that I had no idea how to combat against, and I died. So, I don't know. Maybe there's no precedent there at all. All depends. It's the end of the road, technically, for this place. You go there, here, and everywhere. And also where he has the curse thing on there, that's the end is near stuff showing up, because with boss stem cells active you can have cursed biomes allowing you to, you know, have more incentive to go through there. Curses change slightly. A few extra enemies show up in there. There's a whole lot of stuff since. I don't think I need to explain all of it to you because, you know, there's just so many things changed about the game in such a short amount of time. Oh god, what the hell was that? It would help if you paid attention. Nice. I mean, I like this explosive crossbow. I just think I would need something punchier by now. Also, this speed boost thing. Yeah, here we go. Here's an example. When you have boss stem cells active, these doors are in the background. They have markings on them for how many boss stem cells are required to actually enter them. And for in this instance, 2 boss stem cells being active allows you to get those on your personage. Some nice extra cells for unlocking outfits and stuff. More Ice of the Banished over there. Nothing up there? Okay, fine. Here. There's another place to go down. Just retreat all the way backwards instead of getting to the place we've already been to. Maybe Explorer's Instincts will kick in. That would be the way to deal with it. Got plan shit out. Absolutely. More survival class in there. Oh god. Oh shit. That's something I was gonna say, but I've completely forgotten about it. Maybe it's just because I'm mellowed out. Just being all mellow about this shit. Okay. Alright, buddy. Calm down. This one's a 1 boss stem cell. Like, I think with everything, all these boss stem cell doors, they're all the same every time. But depending on the actual location in the run, except whatever. There we go. That one. It'd be nice if they swapped rounds. But sometimes when you enter these boss stem cell doors, they can have like a small mobbing segment beforehand. So you still need to fight some enemies in order to get to the reward of that part of the run. Prison Depths. Still nothing yet though. It's a slight upgrade having this. I could have re-rolled the shop, but no. There's a shop there and a shop there. 2 shops. I guess I could just run up for the scroll fragment. That's all I really need. This one has a 4 on it. I don't know what's in there yet. Mayhaps I'll find it soon. I don't know. Is it record? This thing is just kind of silly. Critical hits if the victim has less than 50% HP, but it curses you if the attack doesn't kill its target. How rude. Also, the parry shield, you can just put that in your backpack and you don't have any real downsides to that, I suppose. Kick. Alright, scroll fragment. Oh. I guess technically that's what made me do better or feel better about shields in comparison to 5 years ago. Is that there's the assist mode that gives you more time for parrying, and I think that's, at least, you know, it's accommodating to me because the timing itself can be strange. Maybe I've gotten so used to it that if I take it off at this point, then it'll end up being something I can barely do. But in all fairness, I do enjoy having the, whatever, I mean, that door next to the shop down there, that's going to take it to a treasure room, which I don't necessarily need. Where am I going? Is the question. I think you may as well head to somewhere different. And by that I mean the stuff from the, I don't even remember the DLC title, but this way, the more Ice of the Banished. Seems like fun. Stage fright be gone. It launches a grenade. The crosshair, that's neat. 50% damage on the explosive crossbow, that's also neat. Everything seems fine here. Alright, so I am incentivizing the tactics. The Tainted Flask is also pretty decent given that there's more elites showing up in the run. What do I need, if anything? Close range attacks inflict bonus damage, tactical retreat, and I mean, Soldier's Resistance increases your health by 6.8%. This used to be a red mutation. I remember that. But now it's over here. Why not, right? Just increase that further. Oh, and here's the bank. That is an idea. Let's go to the bank instead. Yeah, we're okay. So the bank, I know it didn't pass with the attention or whatever, but the bank can show up at any point in the run. But if you pass it, when it shows up, and you go to the main path that you were on anyway, then the bank will not show up for the rest of the run, I believe. And these don't act as like an extra stage. In fact, if you go to the map, it shows up that it's just right there at the very bottom. They can replace any stage, I believe, of things. So it seems to be something from a heist situation. Understood. Head through into the elevator with elevator music. Over there, we need a red key. No, not there, we need the red key. I'm telling you. Thank you. Finally, the red key. After all these years. You can go further down if you want to in the bank. Down there is going to be a place called... there's like a restaurant down there. And I mean... You hear me say restaurant. It's like, oh, is it actually a restaurant? Is it like just a law room? But no, basically, the restaurant gives you 3 options to pick from. It's just another type of shop. You get a small health, and a large health, and also a flask refill. But the flask refill is 20,000, so they are quite expensive. Extra survival. There's an elite up there. Dependent on when you show up to the bank will be what kind of enemies also show up as part of... Oh god, is that really what it was? I'm surprised this is working. All these crits... Oh shit! Oh bollock! Oh! Let's just one more. Let's not... Let's try and get to at least one boss fight. I was even surprised that I managed to get to the Timekeeper in that previous video. Yeah, high situation, I understand. I haven't even been using like the proper extra function that the leg hugger has. He's just been wandering around doing some damage. I'm just out here forgetting. 100%. Thank you, Bailey. She's snoring right beside me. Oh god, that's loud. Jesus, lady. She's honk shoeing. Absolutely shit. Oh shit. Oh! The other thing I forgot to mention until right now, if it wasn't already obvious, if you compare it to that previous video, depending on what boss stem cells are active, it also does affect what enemies can show up where and when during the run. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm not gonna go up there just yet. A couple of you, I'll just do some of that. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, I forgot my leg cover even leveled up. That's crazy shit. Care about generating money around those guys, by the way. They can be very rude if they get enough money in the system. Which they usually pair up the money bombs alongside them. I'm sure they have names. I think you can look them up anyway, because you have the guy at the beginning next to the Bira. But yeah. It's like enough money goes to them and they start leveling up. There's another one. Oh shit. And they gain money back. And this is only like the second of their states. They can also go to another state after this, and they are just rude as fuck. Hell, dude! Bloody fine. Now you see what I mean. Go ahead. I know it's an odd point to bring it up, but I should mention this because of the whole thing with the assist mode and the infinite retries, if you so desire. You may notice the outfit that I'm wearing specifically. It's old gold, and you think, oh, maybe it's because of the bank. There's some old gold outfits in the bank. And I don't think so, necessarily. There is one that you find in the green section, once you get the green key and go through an entire gauntlet. Funny. But yeah, there's not really any gold outfits you can get from the bank specifically, as far as I know. Thank you, editing me, if you even have found anything. And what's interesting is that when you are doing boss fights, you have the opportunity to beat them without taking damage, right? And there was a run that I was doing. It was on 2 boss stem cells, so it was incredible, by the way. Where by the time I got to the floor just before the final boss, what showed up was the Cursed Sword. And the Cursed Sword always does critical damage. It does a lot of damage, but it basically treats you as being cursed the whole time. So that means 1 hit and you end up dying right away. Which is rude and rough. 100% every time. But on that run as well, I'm terrible. On that run as well, I also had with me the Igdar Oris Leox. And that was not spent at all. And you think, oh hey, if you die from Curse, the Igdar Oris Leox will save you and you get an extra chance. Now, Curse ignores Igdar Oris Leox. Full 100%. So you're left to your own devices doing that. And there are achievements tied to beating the final boss fight with the Cursed Sword and with the Igdar Oris Leox still in your inventory, not used. And so with that opportunity presented to me, I figured I'm going to activate the infinite attempts and just try and do it. Which I did. And so I have this flawless outfit, as well as the achievement for beating it with the Cursed Sword, and then also beating it with Igdar Oris Leox. Alas, I did not get to any boss fight because I am terrible at the video game, but maybe we shouldn't drag this on for too long. I've been making too many long things lately, right? There's the whistle. Unlock the whistle. The whistle is great, especially it's the legendary version, because the legendary whistle fires up 2 fists to kill enemies at the same time. It's great. What even was I trying to aim for? Oh, the Timekeeper. Fine. Fishy about the piece. Achievements. Yeah. Like you scroll through this thing. Reach the Silk Village. All these reaching places for the first time. Achievements. It's like further down, isn't it? I forget whereabouts. Kill Werewolf with a throwing axe. God. Beat a concierge without taking a single hit. That was the first one I did. Which, you know, the boss fight from the previous video. Doing that. Then also I did it with Conjunctivius, which was pretty interesting. You gotta be very on your toes for the actual technical stuff. Though I feel like in recent times you just need to follow where one of them goes to the side, and then you know when they actually show up to start running. And then, you know, Hand of the King got single hit. And what is it down there? I like to live dangerously, and then never fallen. Those are the ones I really needed to show. Yeah, I think that about covers all I really wanted to cover when it comes to Dead Cells, I suppose, for this little revitalized version. Coming back all this time ago later. I'm gonna get some backtracking in a castle. I'm used to it. I'm sure you are. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Even if only for a little bit. I don't know if I will do another episode of Dead Cells. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Walter is very loud and yawning. I will see you whenever you happen to watch next. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed this video, however it may have turned out. Take care, and all that bullshit.